favorite pick in the first round. For me, I'm biased. I love the Mac Jones pick because I'm a Patriots fan. I think it's exciting for me, but to me that's not who I think is that was not my. I'm not going to make that my favorite pick. And so I don't know. To me, my favorite pick of the first round was Rashawn Slater going to the Chargers at 13.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that to me was like, I don't know. I think they couldn't have done better. I mean, unless Penei Sewell was going to fall down there, but they got a top 5 talent at 13, and they didn't have to give up anything for it.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's the biggest deal because they had multiple holes to fill, and then they ended up getting a wide receiver in Josh Palmer in the 3rd round who has elite speed. And so,
did you mention Asante Samuel Jr. as well in the 2nd round?
Well, Asante Samuel Jr. too, but I just didn't have to give up.
Oh, you just meant offensive wise. I thought you meant all the picks.
Yeah. Offensive line.
Okay.
I didn't have to give up anything like the Jets to get up to 14 to draft Elijah Vera Tucker. For me, I just think that was like the best situation for the Chargers. I love the pick. I
agree. I
what yours is, but
say it again.
I have a guess of what yours is. I'm going to write it down on this piece of paper real quick, and then I'll let you say your piece on who your favorite pick is.
So there was, I look at, there's a couple picks that I dislike a lot with in the first round, and I'm sure I'll get to those a little bit later. But there's a couple picks that I like. I remember when this pick happened. This one isn't my favorite, but when the Packers drafted Eric Stokes, 29th overall, that one was interesting just because of all the controversy. But if you actually look at it, what the Packers need and the value that they're going to be getting compared to some of the receivers that were available, if Rashad Bateman was there, I think you take him. There's an argument they could have taken Elijah Moore as well. Mm-hmm. But Eric Stokes, the Packers need help a lot with the secondary. And that was one of the things that really actually hurt them down the stretch in the NFC Championship game, actually. Well, kind of. But I digress. I really like the Kadarius Toney pick as well by the Giants. But probably my favorite one just because of the value that they got, and they could have taken them with the 14th overall pick, but ended up actually getting 2 more 3rd-round picks out of it. And then still getting Christian Darrisaw at 23rd overall was the Vikings pick. I think that was just an absolute phenomenal situation of them. And then also if you look at who they got there, they ended up getting Kellen Mond with that 3rd pick as well. And who did they get with their other pick here? Let me see.
I'm not entirely sure. I was wrong, by the way. I put Zaven Collins at number 16.
Zaven Collins, I did like that pick as well. But then with their other pick, then they ended up getting Wyatt Davis, which fell all the way down to the third overall to the late 3rd round as well. So just with that trade alone, they still got their arguably the 3rd best offensive tackle in the draft. Then they got, I think, an underrated quarterback out of that, as well as then potentially future starting guard as well out of that pick. Mm-hmm. So to me, I think the best pick in the first round was that pick right there. I think there were a lot of really good picks, but if you look at the value coming from that one pick in that trade and that decision, I mean, the Vikings absolutely hit it. Had a home run with that trade right there.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a very good point. I do agree that is tremendous value. I mean, Wyatt Davis had a lot of high 2nd round buzz. I mean, one of the top 3 guards in the class. And so that's a tremendous pick, especially going back, still getting Darrisaw, and then also getting a future starting quarterback, I think, in Kellen Mond, and a starting guard in Wyatt Davis. No. I definitely agree.
And then